everybody, and welcome back to Pharma Green's channel. Glad to see all of you here, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed in 2022. We're, of course, sitting here once again with CEO Peter, and we have a special guest today. We are sitting here with the CEO of Long Valley Farms, Ethan Stiles. Ethan, Peter, how are you guys holding up in this brand new year?
Doing wonderful.
Doing really well.
Good. Glad to hear it. So, Peter, first and foremost, can you let people know why Ethan's here? Let people know what's going on?
Yes, so Ethan is here as we're doing a transaction together. We're getting further and further into it. So Ethan is the current CEO of Long Valley Farms, and as our transaction grows and completes, he will remain to be so, and he will be the boots on the ground to really, let the company get going. So Ethan Stiles.
Wonderful. Well, Ethan, I think it would be a really good way to start this is give us a little bit of background about yourself and tell us how the Long Valley Farm story started.
Well, it all started with my grandpa coming back from the Korean War. He was, injured in the war, lost half of his sight to a grenade and started growing cannabis. The man fought in World War II in North Korea. So he had some definite PTSD issues that I believe that really helped him with, along with his pain. And I saw that as a young child. I saw the magic behind the plant and what it did for him and decided to carry on with it. I went to college, got a degree in mechanical engineering because I saw legalization coming and I saw a way to get into it in multiple fronts, not just growing cannabis, but also the extraction and process equipment that's going to go with industrial cannabis that's coming, soon through federal legalization.
Interesting. So I think it's you make a really good point there. While some people get into cannabis recreationally and so on, what people kind of forget is some people got into it for a necessity because of the real medicinal value in it.
Right. And I saw that firsthand growing up. My grandpa was probably one of the most wonderful people, happy-go-lucky, enjoyed every second of his life. And I truly believe that cannabis gave him the freedom to do so. That's why, we're in the business. Our family's been doing it for 67 years now. And my whole premises of getting in behind it is I want to make cannabis products that touch people as well. I want the highest quality. I want the best stuff. I want our customers to smoke our cannabis, eat our cannabis, use our cannabis in salves, whatever they may choose to do so. And I want them to get the full effects. I want it to be something more than just a recreational use for them.
That makes sense. So tell me how your degree actually played into this.
Oh, well, I have a degree in mechanical engineering. I also have 3 ASME certs, N, V, and R. So I'm certified to build pressure vessels, anything over 3 maximum allowable working pressure, and also nuclear vessels. When I was going to college, BHO was coming out. It was the new big thing. Everybody was like, oh, can I get honey oil? Can I get honey oil? And of course, I grew cannabis through college and sold cannabis during college, so we saw that whole process. And I knew that the federal regulation hadn't been written for carbon extraction. While I was finishing up my degree and starting my company to get the funds to build the farm, they started writing the CFR, which is a code of federal regulations for carbon extraction. And it followed right into what we're doing with our live rosin products. So it was just kind of a visionary plan that hit me one night was, get these certs, become a federal registered inspector, because in my business plan is not just, focus on one part of cannabis, but focus on the broad spectrum of cannabis. I want to be able to go to my neighbor's farm and say, hey, I built this piece of equipment that's going to save you hundreds of thousands of dollars over the next 10 years. And I also want to be able to sell you your plants and, your head stash of live rosins.
Okay, interesting. So Peter, I guess I'll shift it to you now. What really attracted you to Long Valley Farms? Tell me how this connection actually came to be.
Well, I was out there, marketing Pharma Green, that we were looking for a worthwhile transaction that was just, beyond a transaction in the regular footprint. Oh, I'm just cultivating. And Ethan reached out to me and really reconnected day one, and really saw his vision. And within, 30 minutes of the first conversation, we're certainly on the same page. Why we started, what was the driving force, the therapeutics, We both had family that really benefited from the use of cannabis, why really got us into the industry. And I really saw the vision where he was going with it. So, is the current, like Ethan will explain everything about the Emerald Triangle and the benefits of the sun and why he grows such a great cannabis quality. But we really wanted to take that model further. And from my perspective, we have tissue culture technology, highly advanced, it's been proven, it's been tested. And now I needed somebody who really understood the cultivation side outside the box and beyond. And that's kind of where really Ethan is, tremendous expertise in organic, veganic type of cultivation is really, really in depth. And it shows what he's been producing in terms of quality. And now also his knowledge with, pressure vessels and so forth. I do believe this is the new methodology going forward. If you want to preserve the entire plant profile and really follow therapeutic formulations that are entourage based. So if we put all these pieces together between tissue culture, IoT greenhouse, and formulations lab, that's how we're going to build PharmaGreen brand that's above and beyond.
Yeah, it makes sense. You can really see how your guys' visions work together and how your guys' products synergize with each other. So then, Ethan, I guess kicking it back to you, what do you see happening, say, over the next year or so now working with PharmaGreen?
Well, we're going to obviously continue our cannabis operations, but we're going to put in a 12,000 square foot IoT greenhouse that's state of the art with full climate environmental controls, cameras, everything to limit people from going in there. To provide an actual pharmaceutical grade medicine, you can't use sprays. You can't use a lot of different things. So we call it veganic. All of our fertilizers, all of our pest management, they're all grown on the farm in-house, and we don't spray our cannabis. So we get a full terpene profile where some other guys that are spraying or they get bugs or this, they're getting contamination in their products. So over the next year, we're going to develop out this greenhouse, 12,000 square feet with the tissue culture lab in it. The works right now, as you know, we're in the heart of the Emerald Triangle. We have a beautiful Mediterranean climate, and we want to really, really dial that in. So every time you get one of our products, it's identical all the way across the board, whether you bought that cannabis product from Peter in Canada or one of our distributors in Europe somewhere. You can mix the products together and you won't be able to tell the difference just by our processes.
Yeah, definitely. As you head into the medicinal realm, you really have to dial things in and make sure that everything is virtually the same. Can't be a lot of variance in it. You're working with a much tighter market there. So I guess, Peter, kicking it back over to you. This seems like a really good way to kick off 2022. What should people be looking out next from PharmaGreen?
Yes, thank you. Well, as we progress with our Reg A offering and our business development, and as we put the funds in, we'll certainly announce the next steps of our licensing plan to go beyond with Long Valley Farms, who currently holds a cultivation license. We want to expand into processing license, distribution, as well as retail. So as we build out the infrastructure, we'll be prepared with the licensing on the expansions. And the very near future is our dedication to get the revenue model, ramped up. Ethan's current production outdoor is, does 2 production cycles a year. We want to increase that to 5 or 6 productions per year, in a greenhouse controlled environment. Well, the quality of the product is certainly goes that much more because of the control factors, but not to say that the sun-grown product already outdoors isn't high quality. We're just going to take it to the next step. And as we prepare PharmaGreen for branded type formulations, we really need to have a firm hold on the consistent, reliable raw material that we'll be deriving our products from. And then utilizing, Ethan's expertise, which is in the live rosin production, is I'm a firm believer of, preserving everything the plant has the best we can. This is, in my opinion, one of the best technologies to use. And then that's what's going to be the differentiator for us with our brand, which will be a full entourage effect.
Wonderful. Well, Peter, once again, congratulations on the strong kickoff for 2022. And Ethan, thank you so much for joining us today. Look forward to picking your brain about your knowledge and your wisdom related to cannabis as we do future videos. Do you guys have any last words for people before we go? Ethan, you first.
Yeah, I mean, keep your eyes open for us. I see us as a multinational company in the next 4 years, with Peter's intellectual properties and the way his mind works and the way my mind works, and just the way we flow. Our conversations, I mean, I walk away from them just like, wow, I met my match here. You know, I can't explain how awesome it is to become part of the PharmaGreen family, and the excitement behind it for 2022.
Wonderful. Peter?
Well, for me, I'd like to mention that for all the viewers to please follow through and dig in for more information. The videos is a great source. As Michael, thank you for hosting them. And also please check out update.pharmagreen.ca for our current business developments. And for any public company information, our symbol is phbi.ob. So I wanted to mention, we've just been recently uplisted to the OTCQB, which we're very proud of that status. So
Wonderful. Well, very well said, gentlemen. And once again, thank you everybody for watching and following us into 2022. And we hope you stay tuned for more coming soon. Have a wonderful day, everybody.